So this nurse seduced a paraplegic patient and told him that she loved him. And she was then extremely cruel when she dumped him, and now she's facing repercussions. I'm going to give you an in a nutshell version of this story, and it's horrible. So 28-year-old Kelsey Footweiler, who is pictured here, cheated on her longtime boyfriend with a bedridden paraplegic man for at least 6 months. She was reportedly supposed to be caring for the man at his home. This is a picture of the two of them. And due to her actions, she eventually had her nursing license suspended for 2 years, and she is now being sued along with her former employer for psychological distress, among other things. The lawsuit was for $30,000, and it was filed in the District Court of Minnesota. The lawsuit claims that 44-year-old Patrick Xual, who is pictured here, suffers from PTSD. And this was as a result of the illicit relationship between him and the nurse in 2022 and 2023. Reportedly, Kelsey made him think they had a future together by promising him to spend the rest of their lives with each other. But she then dumped him abruptly and in the cruelest way, and that left him devastated, and she went so far as to taunt him after the breakup. So it was said after they broke up, she taunted him and made fun of him for not being able to walk or being able to have children. She also made fun of him for how long it took him to get in a wheelchair. Reportedly, Patrick was paralyzed from the chest down after he was involved in a bad car accident the night before he graduated high school in 1999, and he would never walk again. It was said that his condition worsened over time due to his conditions to the point that he had to stay in bed. So he suffered from infected pressure sores or bed sores. So his parents built a 1-bedroom annex to their home in St. Paul. So they hired Alina Home Health to care for him, or help care for him, and that was in 2010. Kelsey was one of the nurses that was sent to help him perform basic bodily functions and to treat his abscess and other ailments he reportedly goes through. So a lady named Ann Burgess is a sexual assault nurse examiner, and she was hired as an expert witness within all this lawsuit stuff. She said that Kelsey used these visits to groom Patrick and to start an sexual relationship with him. Her report said that her conduct amounted to authority grape, drop the G, and she should be charged with criminal sexual misconduct, which indeed is a felony. Anne stated that Patrick does not possess the maturity of an adult of that age of 44, a normal adult, and that's due to the fact he was a paraplegic at the age of 18, so therefore he didn't date or have other life experiences that most would. She further stated that in addition to his severe physical vulnerability, the isolation and lack of maturity made him particularly mentally vulnerable to the grooming of a nurse who is an attractive 26-year-old woman with an authority position. Anne said that Kelsey groomed Patrick for a month before they first had sexual contact. It was said it started with late night text messages about work topics. Reportedly, many of those messages at first were very innocent. They talked about TV shows, movies, music, and just what was going on in their lives. But they started to gradually get more personable, and it was said that Kelsey then started to share her relationship struggles with Patrick that she was having with her boyfriend Josh, who she had been dating since 2017. She stated in one text message something along the lines of, "Yeah, it's like we're married, but glad we're technically not," and then told Patrick, "No, you're not being invasive." She then asked Patrick in a text message if it was inappropriate for her to open up about her personal relationship with a patient, and then she said, "Yeah, that's probably not appropriate," and that was on November 11th of 2022. Patrick reportedly responded and said, "It's fine, no worries. I hope you know I would never say anything to anyone about such personal information." He then said something like, "It's fine, you're just venting about what's bothering you, not a problem. Is it appropriate to tell your nurse all the personal stories and various bodily functions I have?" And then he said probably not. She then responded and said that she wished they weren't just nurse and patient, and that he was nice to talk to. Soon after these messages, it was said that the messages started to detail the nurse and patient's kissing and explicit sexual contact during the home health visits. Patrick's attorney reportedly said that Kelsey initiated the personal relationship. She blurred the boundaries, and then she led him into the romantic relationship. It was said they did engage in sexual acts, but not actually intercourse due to his condition. She ended the relationship in 2023, and it was said she left him utterly shattered by her betrayal, and that was due to her making him think they'd spend their lives together. The lawsuit is further accusing Kelsey of sexual assault, medical malpractice, and inflicting emotional distress. So what do y'all think about this? I personally feel bad for the guy. She knew better, and unfortunately he didn't. She let him on and did things a nurse should never do to a patient. So I hope the family wins the lawsuit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and for more content, be sure to hit the follow button, and if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe.